Like this. Hey, you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook.
Hello!
Hello everyone!
I am Tara and today I am making homemade pizza dough. Super, super simple. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. 5 ingredient easy pizza dough. We need to change that title on YouTube.
What?
To 5 ingredient easy pizza dough.
I see. Okay.
I am the author of the Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 1 right here. It is in this cookbook right here, Dining on a Dime, volume 1. We are currently out of stock. They are on their way to our home in next week. So hopefully around September 1st, we will have cookbooks. You can pre-order right now if you want. Also, this is not our official launch, but Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 2 is currently up for sale. Now, we had a whole bunch of things happen, so this isn't actually our launch, but I know that people are just chomping at the bit to get a hold of Dining on a Dime Volume 2 with all new recipes, all new recipes, all new recipes, all new recipes, all new recipes.
So volume 1 is the same book, and volume 2 is the all new recipes book.
It's the sequel.
Yes.
Yep. All right, today we are making homemade pizza. If you guys have questions, please put them in the description below, and Mike will ask me as we get them. Okay, this is instant rise yeast. Now, you can get instant and active dry yeast. They are two different yeasts. The instant yeast is, oops, I did that wrong. The instant yeast is much quicker rising than the old-fashioned active dry yeast. So you want instant yeast if you want to go quicker. Now, I poured that in before I showed you. I poured in 1 cup of water and then my tablespoon of sugar, okay? And we're gonna let the yeast bloom, okay? All right, so come down here, Dave. Let me show you. So, here's what it looks like when I first pour it in, okay? And I'll show you, just break up any clumps like that. If it's easier, sometimes it's easier, you don't have to, but sometimes it's easier to take a whisk, just like that. See how nice and easy that was? Now, what I did was, hold on, let me show you. I put in a cup of warm water. Now, I'm sorry. This is the best invention since mankind for baking besides the electric oven. Okay, I love this thing. It is my digital thermometer, but this has just really helped me with my baking. Now you can see this temperature out of the faucet is 103 to 4 degrees right there. You want your water, you can come back up, Dave. You want your water to be 100, you can come back up, 100 to 110 degrees, okay? If it is below 100 degrees, it's not going to be hot enough to activate your yeast and get it going. But if it's hotter than about 115 degrees, it will kill your yeast. Yes. And then your bread won't rise either. So there are 3 things to watch for if your dough doesn't rise. 1, your water was too cold. 2, your water was too hot. Or 3, your yeast was dead. Yeast is a living thing, fungus, and it can get old and die. So make sure that your yeast is fresh also. Now, as soon as this starts working, I'll show you what you want to see. But there was something else I wanted to say about that. But that's why I use, every time I bake now, I use my digital thermometer. Then if the yeast doesn't start proofing or growing or getting poofy, or I don't know what you want to call it, bubbling, if it doesn't start doing that, then I know my water temperature was correct and it's my yeast that is the problem. Now, if you don't have one of these, you do not have to have one of these. I just find it very convenient. This is probably my most used tool in the kitchen now. But if you don't have one of those, you can put your finger in there and it should be very warm, but not so hot that you can't keep your finger in there. If you put your finger in there and it's too hot for you to keep your finger in, you're gonna kill your yeast. It's too hot, okay? All right, so now, Dave, come down. If you guys have questions, please leave them in the description, in the comment box, and Mike will grab them. Okay, so now,
Can't really see it.
can you see? Is that better?
It doesn't help at all.
Not really?
It's too far.
Okay, well, so what you're looking for, if you can't see that, okay, it's kind of hard to see on there, but what you can't see on here, or I mean, what you're looking for on here is for it to get foamy, or for it to be bubbling, or for it to look like it's layered. You just want to see a change, and that's the yeast growing in there, okay? And you can see here, you can actually, I can see it, you probably can't see it on the camera, but I can actually see with my eyeball the yeast growing out. Yes, my eyeball. Maybe it should have been eyeballs, because I do have two, right?
I hope so.
And I can actually see the yeast growing out along the edges there like that, okay? All right, so now let me see. Is this good, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that your yeast is growing and the sugar helps the yeast grow, okay? Now we're gonna add our salt, which you can put in earlier if you want, doesn't matter. And then your optional ingredients, which is if you want to put in some Italian seasoning or just basil or oregano, these things just add extra flavor to your pizza dough and just makes it go from okay to really good. Now I put extra garlic in because Mike loves garlic. And then we're gonna stir all those in. So we've got the salt and the seasonings that we want. You could use minced or crushed garlic if you want, it doesn't matter. Then we're gonna add our flour, and you're gonna add about half the flour. And we're gonna stir in about half the flour. All right, there we go, just like so. And then you're just gonna get all that flour mixed in just like that. Then, this is really like a 5-minute recipe as far as prep time goes. Then you're gonna add another half a cup of flour. Now, I'm using some gloves just because I don't feel like digging the dough out of my fingernails when I'm on the show. It's not a big deal, it just comes right off when you wash your hands. But for on the show, I don't wanna have to waste, well, if I can get the glove open, have mercy. Okay, or maybe not. Okay, yes.
So, sorry, book question. It's been asked a couple times if we're doing the coupon with the digital copy thing. Do you want to explain that after the recipe?
Yes, we'll talk about that after the recipe.
Okay.
All right. Now, stir that in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start kneading the flour into the dough. What is kneading? It is pushing down on the dough, grabbing the side, pulling it up and over, and pushing down. Grabbing the side, pulling it up and over, pushing it down. Grabbing the side, up and over, push it down. I do this straight in the bowl. There's no reason to dirty your countertop with more flour and all that. A lot of people do that, and that's fine. If you want to do more work in the kitchen cleaning up, go right ahead. I just don't like doing more work in the kitchen cleaning up. So that's why I have Mike.
We're gonna have to tell the backstory on that later.
All right. So then, now, see how, can you guys see how this is sticky? And it's kind of sticking to my glove, which would be my hand. See how that's kind of sticky? You don't want that, okay? That needs a little bit more flour, okay? And then you just knead it in. And you just do this 2 or 3 minutes. It doesn't have to be a super long time. It's just taking me, normally I would have been totally done with this recipe. But since I'm talking you guys through it, it's taking a little longer. And then just get all that flour worked in. Okay, so now we've got a nice little dough ball. So now, see when my fingers touch it, they don't stick. Okay, they don't stick. That's what you want, okay? Just keep putting a little bit more flour in until, now there it's sticking just a little bit. So maybe I'll just do just a tad more flour. Okay. And then, this is really probably pretty good. Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, so then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take and you're gonna spray your same bowl. Don't get another bowl. This absolutely drives me batty watching recipe TV people do this. They get another bowl and they dirty it. Don't do that. Use the same bowl, spray some cooking spray in the bowl, or shortening, or butter, or margarine, or just oil, whatever you want. Oh, I forgot to put the oil in this. Oops. Okay. So, oops. Oh dear. Okay. Now, how much oil? I forgot my, oh yeah, that's about right. Okay, so we're gonna add the oil because I forgot. And we're gonna put just a little bit more flour, and we're just gonna knead the oil, and because it's gonna make it stickier. Okay. Then we're gonna do that. And we're gonna go like this. Okay, now we got the oil mixed in.
So a lot of people asking, what are you doing to take the temperature, and where do I get that contraption? And I just
So
shared
it's
the
on
link.
our Amazon store. Mike shared the link. This is a digital thermometer. You know the thing they're zapping everybody's heads with right now? If you're watching this later, we're in the middle of a supposed pandemic. Oh! Did you feel the hate coming? Did you feel the hate when I said that? All right. There you go.
The rage.
The rage. Okay, there you go. So then just spray your bowl. Boop. Drop it in there. Spray the top. Just like that. Now, come back up to me, Dave. That's it. Now, it took me twice as long because I forgot the oil. Sorry about that. But that's really it. Then what you do is you turn your oven on for about 2 minutes just to get your oven slightly warm. I usually let mine get up to 125 and I turn it off. Open the oven for just a minute to let the excess heat out. Then you want to put your dough in the oven with the oven light on. Why do you do that? Because it's a warm place. Here in Colorado, stuff doesn't rise that quickly because it's usually cool. Now, if it's middle of summer like it is now, then, I'm sorry, are you having to delete a whole bunch?
No.
Okay.
Well, I haven't got to that part yet.
No. If it is warm in your house, then you can go ahead and just let it rise on the counter. Just cover it with a tea towel, you know, just a regular towel. Just throw it over the top. No big deal.
So
okay?
Lisette's asking, can you add some Parmesan cheese? I think you can.
Yeah, you can
There
add
go.
Parmesan cheese. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're going to let that sit and rise between 30 minutes to an hour until it's doubled. Dave?
Alrighty.
Okay, so then till it's doubled like this. Okay? Now, this is going to make 2 medium pizzas. All right? So,
Oh, Becky's asking, regular flour or self-rising, or does it matter?
It matters. You want regular flour. Now, come back up to me for a moment, David. Let's talk about flours real quick. The difference between all-purpose flour and self-rising flour is self-rising has baking powder and salt added to the flour. You do not need self-rising flour for anything. You can make it at home super, super simple. Dining on a Dime cookbook right here, volume one, the original cookbook, has the recipe for self-rising flour. You don't need to buy self-rising flour though. You can just add baking soda and salt and that's it. Okay, just that little PSA there.
Bethany was confused about if you add the oil after the flour. She said I do it beforehand because the recipe shows it beforehand.
No, you do it beforehand. I was just flapping my jaw and forgot to add it in there. But I was just showing you, don't make any comments. Can I get a drink? But I was just showing you, thank you, so that you can know if you forget something like the salt or the oil like I did, just knead it in there and you'll be perfectly fine. Okay, so now, what are we making? Pizza. Okay.
Which day is this?
So now, what I do is, and actually I don't really need to do this on here, but because I have my sill pad on here, you can line it with parchment paper, sill pad, but you don't have to do either. You can just grease my nasty looking cookie sheet. I gotta get me a new cookie sheet, sorry guys. But what you can do is just roll it straight out on your cookie sheet. All right, oops, forgot my mini rolling pin here. Now, I have this cute little rolling pin that I love. And so this is what I use. But like I said, you can roll it out on the counter if you want. It doesn't really matter. All right, oops, wrong direction. All right, so now, if you have a pizza stone, you go right ahead and cook it on a pizza stone. I really should get a pizza stone because they do make the bottoms of your pizza crispier, and I do like that better. But I don't know, why did we get rid of our pizza stone? We had one when we lived in Idaho. I guess maybe because we moved. Okay.
Maybe so.
So there you go. Now, you're just going to take regular spaghetti sauce. But what I do is I add a little extra goodness to spaghetti sauce because it never has enough salt and it never has enough garlic powder for Mike. So I always add a little extra before I put it on my pizza, okay?
I'm sharing the recipe periodically in the comments if you have recipe questions, although there were a couple questions. Can you freeze the dough?
Okay, so the recipe is in the description below if you're watching this later. You may freeze this dough. So if you only eat one pizza, you can take this little hunk and put it in a piece of plastic wrap and just throw it in the freezer, okay? Oh, and I messed up again. Ugh. This has been one of those days. Okay. What you want to do after you roll it out is bake it for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to have to totally redo this video, I guess. You want to bake it for 5 minutes before you put your pizza sauce on, okay? It just works better. Now, it's not going to like totally ruin my pizza or anything, but it just gets the top a little bit more firm so that your pizza doesn't get soggy from the spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce or whatever sauce you want to call it. We just use spaghetti sauce. Okay, so do as I say, not as I do. All right. Then we're going to take and add our semi-melted mozzarella because we're under the lights and it is like an oven in here with the oven on, and it's like 95 degrees here in Colorado. Okay. Holy cow, this is the most finely shredded cheese I've ever seen. Ooh, it's fancy shredded.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, so there you go. Then we're gonna blop this baby in the oven, and we're gonna bake it at 400 for 15 minutes. Okay? All right. Have mercy. Now, let me show you one other thing here. What is that? It's a bag, yes. Okay. So, if you have extra pizza dough and you don't want to eat it all, you can just put it in a zipper bag, wrap it in plastic wrap, whatever you want to do, and freeze it. But my kids and husband like breadsticks. So what?
No. That means I'm gonna eat them.
My kids like breadsticks. Okay. So I take and divide it up, and I make larger breadsticks. Not huge, but and just roll them out.
Oh, guys, this smells so awesome.
It smells really good, doesn't it? And just try to get them even. Well, I guess they'll be kind of big, okay? And just roll them out, and then you've got your breadsticks. Now, if you want, you can, I just spray them. But if you want to make them like Olive Garden, just spray them with a little cooking spray and sprinkle them with just a titch. Yes, we decided one show that titch is a word. Of garlic powder, and you have Olive Garden breadsticks right there. Super delicious, like so. And then what you do is you let these rise until they get double the size. I'll show you if we're still on the show. It'll probably take about 20 minutes or so. And then you put them in the oven and bake them at 400 for about 10-15 minutes until they're done. And that's how you do the breadsticks too. So there you go. Super easy, just like that. And you've got homemade pizza. Now, you can come back to me, Dave. Now, why would you make homemade pizza? Well, here's the thing. I know, calling out to whoever you call out to, which, by the way, we have only ordered takeout. We've only ordered delivery pizza once since we've been married. And the only reason why we did that was because our son was the pizza delivery guy.
Oh, right. I was like, when did we do that?
So, just to be silly with our son one day, we ordered pizza from his pizza place.
Yeah, you know, if you want to see
And
your
when he
teenage
was doing-
son and he's a pizza delivery driver, it's the perfect way.
Yeah. And so, that's the only time. Now, I will admit, I about had a stinking heart attack when I saw it was $45 for 2 medium pizzas. I was like, oh my goodness. How is that different? A homemade pizza you can do for about $1 to $2.
Yep.
And they taste super, super delicious. Now, I know I kind of made a process of this. I'm going to do another video showing how easy it is. It's a little hard when I'm trying to talk to you guys and do that. And so if I just shoot a short video, I'll do that. But all right.
So we have some questions. Kimberly asked, how long does it rise? That's
The dough rises about 30 minutes for instant yeast, 20 to 30 minutes for instant yeast, and about an hour for active dry yeast.
And Paige is wondering, if you have a pizza stone, do you preheat the stone?
Yes.
And Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, that sounds awesome, Mama Z, says, could you brush the breadsticks with olive oil? Yes, you can.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And probably put some
You can
some
do
kind of Italian
minced. You can
seasoning or
do
something on
minced garlic or Italian seasoning if you want, but
that would be delish. Let me, oh sorry, we can go back and look here. I just got a lot of comments, not too many particular questions. Well, there were questions about the books.
okay. So let's run through the books real quick here. Now, this is not our official launch. We've had absolute crazy around here, but COVID. Oh no. We've had
You're feeling a little feisty tonight, aren't you?
I wouldn't say that though.
we've had crazy around here. So this isn't our launch, but this is the new cover of Dining on a Dime, Volume 1, the original book that has been in print for 20 years.
By Dave. Woo!
This cover was done by Dave. Can you guys give Dave a thumbs up, a clappy, a heart, or something? Because did he not do a stinking good job on that? Oh, Mom was so proud of him. Here, Dad.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now, we also have Dining on a Dime, Volume 2, right here. This is the sequel to Dining on a Dime cookbook.
Also made by Dave.
Also, the cover was done by Dave.
It's basically the
Okay,
same.
one more thumbs up, guys.
He's totally red back there. He's mortified.
Now, these are both 8x10 hardcover books. We should be getting, the books should be here in approximately a month, but we're not saying they're shipping until September 1st because, or no, about 5 or 6 weeks. So around September 1st. Dining on a Dime Volume 2 is 800 completely new recipes. I have
Wait, recipes and tips.
and tips.
'Cause
I have 2 recipes that are in here from dining, but I had to use those 2 recipes because I had variations, the muffin and the banana bread. I had like 22 different variations for each of those. And quite frankly, I just could not find another banana bread that was as good as our banana bread in Dining on a Dime Volume 1. I just couldn't. Or the muffins that are in Dining on a Dime Volume 1. Those are the only 2 repeat recipes, but they're still new because we did not have space to add the variations in here. So they are in Dining on a Dime Volume 2. I hope that's clearing it up, but Volume 2 is completely new recipes, hardcover book, full color pictures. We have videos that we're getting up. We got it up right before the show for Volume 1. Mike found a problem with the video, so we're going to have to take it down. But if you want, on the sales page, you can see the insides of the books.
I'll get it fixed tonight.
Yeah,
so
he'll get it fixed as soon as the show is over, okay? Now, what was the coupon code question? If you pre-order, now, here's what happened.
You previously said we were going to do a coupon code with an ebook, and
So-
that's why she's asking.
Here's what happened, okay? Because I have these big ideas, technology just doesn't want to catch up with me. That's the problem. So, what we decided to do was go ahead and offer pre-orders for the hardcover books. So, what are you going to get? You will get this hardcover book coming around September 1st. Put in the mail to your house around September 1st. But, so you can start enjoying them before the actual books arrive in our garage. Warehouse. We have no idea if it's going to be this house or another house still.
Warehouse. Oh, sorry.
Before they arrive at our warehouse that was formerly known as the garage, you get the ebooks. So you can be using them already on your computer, tablet, phone, the ebooks. So we went ahead and just did pre-orders for, and Joanne was our first order of Volume 2.
Wow.
She ordered 3.
Wow, you were watching, Joanne, because we didn't announce we were putting it on.
We weren't going to announce that we were putting it on because really we're launching it next week, really. Technically, when I start cooking out of the book and everything, but I was like, people are just chomping at the bit to get a hold of this. So, here's what you get. You get an email with the ebook right now so you can start using it. Then around September 1st, we will start putting them in the mail, hopefully. September 1st, we should have the books and start shipping them around September 1st, okay? So don't email me before September 15th or probably September 20th saying, where's my book? Around September 20th, you can start emailing me. But September 1st is when they should ship media mail. You should have them in your home anytime between September 7th and 20th. With everything that's going on crazy in the world right now, who knows how long it will take. But the mail has been significantly slowed down. And so because of that, orders are going slower. Okay? Any other questions about the new books?
Well, maybe, but hang on just a second. We had some pizza questions actually.
Okay, pizza questions.
Tura, do you not use meat on the pizza?
Yes. Meat is super expensive over here. Well, not compared to you guys. It's probably your normal price in Norway. But I just didn't want to spend the money, which is kind of stupid, but I didn't want to spend on hamburger or whatever, and I honestly just forgot to get pepperoni. Sometimes we'll eat sausage. I could have got sausage, but yeah. It just depends. The boys like cheese pizza, so that's what we normally do.
Becky, sorry, side trip. Becky wants to know what's cooking in the Instant Pot. A yummy dinner?
No. Actually a roast, but it's not for dinner. The doctors put me on a special diet that I have to try. I'm gonna give it a try for, my birthday is a month from today, so I'm gonna see if I can try it for a full month until my birthday. But I'm gonna try at least 2 weeks. If I just start getting significantly worse, I have been feeling really, really bad. I mean, I have just been feeling horrible and super, super tired. Yes, I just had all my blood work done. I'm fine. Nothing going on. Well, supposedly. So I'm going to try yet my 345th millionth diet, elimination diet. And this time I can only eat one food and one seasoning. And that's all I'm doing for 2 weeks to a month to see if that helps with my food sensitivity, allergy, weirdo stuff. Okay, so that's what's in there. Now, let's go back to the pizzas.
We still have more pizza questions.
So let's go back to the pizza for a minute.
And
you find a pizza question while I answer this one. What can you put on the pizza? In Dining on a Dime cookbook, we have, this is the old edition, but, this is the old messed up edition. I must have dumped my tea on that one. We have all these variations of pizza. You could do a garden vegetable pizza if you're vegan or vegetarian. Sliced zucchini, diced tomato, mushrooms, onions, bell peppers, anything like that. Greek pizza, black olives, artichokes, red onions, feta cheese. Hawaiian, Canadian bacon and pineapple. Meat, sausage, salami, Italian sausage, Canadian bacon, hamburger, any of those things. Barbecue chicken. Barbecue sauce, barbecue chicken, Gouda, mozzarella, red onions, cilantro, anything like that you can put on there. Okay, yes.
Okay, wow. Before we get to cookbook questions, let's finish pizza questions. Lisette, if you roll it out and tie them in knots, could you make garlic rolls?
Yes.
Yes. Janelle says we sometimes get fancy and make Alfredo dipping sauce that is copycat Olive Garden.
Yep.
Yum.
And actually that recipe is in Dining on a Dime Volume 2.
Woohoo! Yay. Lisa, like my homemade pizzas loaded with everything. Yeah, people are asking on the toppings. I've shared the link. Aren't they on that post? Okay.
Yeah.
I shared the link to our post, and it's also in the description for the show. And in that link, there are a lot of suggestions for toppings, but really, anything you can imagine that would be good on a pizza, you can certainly put on there.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about pineapple, which surprised me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've eaten them with pineapple, but I don't usually choose it.
Pizza with pineapple?
So there's some confusion on the books. Are you surprised?
There you go.
So mostly Tara you usually make this cheese for the boys because they don't really particularly care. So on the books,
Is that mozzarella?
you can get the... Okay, so Michelle, yes. If you buy the physical book as a pre-order, it comes with the ebook automatically.
Yep.
Tara had... For those of you who heard a coupon story, discard that idea. That was a different thing that Tara announced before she knew if it was technically possible, and it's not. So what we decided to do is do a thing where if you order the print book, it just automatically sends you the ebook, and then if you want to use the ebook, it's right there for you to download.
And then the print book will be shipped around September 1st to you.
If you're, if you're in another country and it's like $50 or $75 or some kind of crazy price for the shipping, sorry. The ebook is available by itself for each of those, and it's a little bit cheaper if you just get the ebook by itself. So
it is a large. Oh, why did I gave the sample. So we don't have a sample copy from the printer, but I had one that they did of another book, and I gave it to my friend. I shouldn't have done that. I wasn't even thinking. Goalie. But it is a thick, hardcover, no spiral, hardbound book that lays flat. Okay? It will lay flat. But because Dining on a Dime Volume 1 is almost 600 pages, we had to stop doing it in a spiral. It was not working. We were having major printing issues with the spiral bounds, the wire bounds, whatever you want to call it. So,
okay, cool.
Dining on a Dime 2, though, is a hard-bound, lay-flat book. It is 430 pages, okay?
Okay, so let's see, where were we? Oh, there was something else I was going to say on those books. I can't think of what.
And Volume 2 has
spiral
new
binding
recipes,
question. Okay.
yep.
Yeah, we got a lot of samples beforehand to make sure that they would actually lay flat, even like at the beginning and the end of the book.
Yep.
And unfortunately, sadly, for those of you in other countries, our post office just charges us a fortune to send them.
I don't make any money on the shipping. I only charge what it costs me to ship.
So if that's too pricey for you,
get the ebook.
The ebooks, the ebooks are the same recipes and everything. Oh, I know. Some people asked about the 20th anniversary. So the 20th anniversary edition, Dining on a Dime 1 has the same recipes and tips, but the 20th anniversary edition also had family pictures, and those are not in this. The recipe cards are, but not like family pictures in the story. So that was a separate kind of 20th anniversary special deal that we're kind of done with now. So, okay. So, yes, and also wanted to ask, just confirming, Volume 1 has no new recipes. No. Volume 2 is all new recipes. Volume 1, no new recipes. So if you already
new recipes, the same good recipes we've always had. Totally over 800 recipes and tips, 430 pages, totally brand new recipes and tips, with the exception of the 2 variations that I told you.
Okay, whew. Let's see. Answered that. A lot of people saying that they made the pizza. Heather just made your pizza Thursday. We double it for 6 people.
Yeah, we usually double it when I make it. What is the shipping cost for Dining 2 to Canada? It will probably be close to $30 or $40.
We don't. Yeah. So right now, I don't know what the thing is going to charge.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be around $30 or $40.
We were a little confused on the store because we don't actually have a book to weigh it.
The anniversary edition is sold out, and it is being replaced with Dining on a Dime Volume 1.
Is Ellie's shop open?
Ellie's shop is open, but due to the circumstances in the country at the moment, she is having issues getting supplies, so she only has a limited number of soaps, but she does have some soaps in stock.
Let's see. A lot of people. Let's see. We talked about the thermometer. I didn't check to see if it's on the. So that thermometer, laser thermometer, is in our Amazon store. I shared the link, but it's also in the description of the video below.
Jennifer was excited that I emailed her yesterday.
Aw, nice.
I'm
So,
not.
are the stores still running really low on yeast, or are you finding them?
I went to the store yesterday and today, and I did not look today. I am actually doing a video on no yeast bread. Hopefully I'll get it out this week. I was working on the videos of Mom and I that we were doing. If you guys missed, we got 2 new videos up of Mom and I, one on tithing and one on stocking up on Social Security.
Gina, it's not currently sold in stores. We're going, once we get these, I think Tara's going to take them to a few stores and see.
Yeah. So
if
I'm
we can
going to
get them
submit
in.
them to Kroger and Costco and Walmart and see if they will carry them, but at this point, not yet.
Okay, so let's see.
Have we looked at any houses lately? No, there is really nothing on the market. And the books are being shipped next Monday. So that's pretty much the last day that we can make an offer on the house and be moved before they come. So the good news is, though, they got them on 9 pallets for each book. So it'll be 18 pallets instead of the 25 we thought it was going to be. So we will be able to fit them all in our warehouse. Not very easily, but a lot more easily than the 25 pallets we thought it was going to be. So.
And then a whole bunch more people talking about pizza. Becca says hi, all waving from across the ocean to you from the UK.
We were there this time last year in Massam, England.
With our amazing friend Crystal.
We miss you, Crystal.
And
we love you.
And we've been looking back and being nostalgic about it this week. We keep saying
that was our big trip.
Then? And
I was thinking today how much I miss Crystal.
If the world wasn't,
we really liked
crazy.
North Yorkshire. It was
I
really
wish
nice.
we were close so we could have a cup of tea together.
Well, we could move to Sweden.
We could. Dave said.
Dave keeps wanting to go to Sweden.
Dave said we could move to Sweden so we can be closer to the UK.
We could send him to you tour it,
Well,
and then
we would be
you
closer
could drive
to the
over the
UK.
mountain.
Although they won't let
Or
us
take the
in
train.
now. They're not. I don't think they're letting anybody in now.
Oh no.
I have friends there who could smuggle me.
You have friends who can smuggle you in.
Carla says, hello, living on a dime family. A pizza stone is amazing. Baking lots of different foods are tastier. Cookies,
Yeah.
bread, and everything.
I loved my pizza stone. I think it either cracked or something because I never got it after we left Idaho again. But
Let's see. Answered that. Ooh, Rita made the banana bread today.
yeah. Okay,
Lizette
yes.
wanted to know if I want to add onions and green peppers to the pizza, do I saute them first or can I just slice them thin and directly put them?
Either way.
It just depends on
However you like to eat it.
if you want them a little crunchier,
Yeah.
don't. If you want them, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mike's looking for more questions. Paula, thank you very much for the card and the Bible help money. This is from Peggy. Thank you, Peggy, for the same... Or no, yes, I got your order, Peggy. That was the wrong envelope. Got your order for that. I will be getting that out. Thank you, Courtney, for the Bible help on that. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate that. She sent me an early birthday card. Isn't that nice?
Yep.
And your letter. Thank you. And then thank you, Mary. Mary sending us to Wendy's after church one day.
Oh, that was very nice, Mary. Thank
The
you.
boys love you.
You remembered that story. Oh,
Thank you, Mary.
Kathy says trying to pre-order, but it won't take the information for my credit card. So I'm not really sure what that issue is, but somebody here says that she had trouble on. Marietta says try another browser. Worked on Explorer, but not on Chrome for her. So you might try a different web browser, or sometimes if people have ad blockers that are really tightly configured, then it might block the stores from working.
Yeah.
So you might try those. If not, just contact us on our contact form and we'll help you out.
Yeah. And then thank you, Anonymous in Greenville, South Carolina. We got your very nice card. If I were a condiment, I'd be awesome sauce, she says.
That's awesome.
Or maybe both of us. She probably means both of us. Oh yeah, Mike and Tara. We'd
Wait,
be two
who's that from?
condiments. This is our Bible donation lady that
Oh,
wanted to
I was
say
going to say,
on
because
us.
I thought there was no name on there, and I was thinking, well,
So here's a very funny about that story about
Thank
that
you, by the
anonymous.
way.
I have to tell you, I am not exaggerating. So we've had some issues with the Bible. So we give away Bibles. If you don't have one, we will give you one. We'll send you one on us. It's not even a business thing for us. It's just personal. And we've had a few issues with that. And I told Mike, I said, I just don't think this is worth it. I said, I think we're just going to have to stop doing this. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, well, you know, I don't know. When I was at that stage of my life as a new Christian, then, you know, it really would have helped me out and all that. I think we should really, I'm like, I just don't know if this is worth it. I'm not kidding. An hour later, we got your card, and I was like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna keep going. So thank you very much. But yeah. It's been an interesting week for us. Housing, we have not found a house yet. At this point, if we don't find a house by Monday, we won't be moved before the books come, and we'll probably have to stay or have a big sale, because that's a lot of books to move. 7,000 books to move is a lot of books to move.
yeah.
So we have not found anything.
And for those of you who are wondering, because I know we've had questions in the past about why is it so hard to find a house or something, the challenge that we're having is finding one that's kind of configured well for our family and the business and has internet, because we're finding a lot of really nice houses that are kind of consistent with what we're looking for, but no internet at all.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't be able to do the shows, and we really want to keep that going. So we're in the mindset of, you know, internet is a non-negotiable thing at the moment.
So we're trying to find a place that has at least 1 acre of land. We live in Colorado, and land is very hard to get.
It is expensive.
Very hard to get. Very expensive. And so we are just really having a hard time without going into $1 million, $1.5 million houses to find something with an acre of land so that we want a building to be able to put the books in. And no, a storage shed won't work. We have gone over and over and over. And the problem with the storage shed is we can't even find a storage shed big enough. We would literally have to rent a warehouse. Well, by the time we do that, we might as well pay the extra for land and have it at home so that we're not having to drive to a warehouse every day to ship books or even hire someone to do that. So anyway, that's our problem. We're having a hard time finding them. Hi. Nanny-O is on.
Actually, it's funny.
Hello. Yeah, she may.
Wanted to buy the land and then move. Yeah, we
had thought about it, especially our son bought an RV, and him and Ellie went camping, and he brought it over to fill it up with water. It's this huge house, 32 foot.
I don't know, it's a really big one.
I think it's 32 foot RV, huge RV, and we were like, well, man, maybe we should get 3 or 4 of these. We could live in these while we build.
What Tara didn't mention is he's just a killer negotiator, and he got it at an incredibly low price so that at the cost it costs him for rent in Colorado, he bought it with cash, and then he can rent a space to park it in, and he will completely pay it off in 1 year in savings from the $1,400 a month rent it costs in Colorado.
Yeah.
Although he was thinking he'd like to go.
He might sell it because right now RVs are so popular, and he thinks he could double his money. So he's like, well, maybe I should sell it, double my money, and then buy it in 4 months when nobody wants an RV. Buy another one.
Well, and at the moment, I think he'd kind of like to go park it in the National Forest and kind of have some quiet and then be able to move. So it sounds like kind of an interesting idea for him. And I mean, a small apartment would probably be that size.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Nan says, hi, handsome, to Jack. Yeah, the problem in Colorado is Jennifer said, "Is houses worth $350,000 sell for $750,000?" I mean, that's
No,
basically.
she says they're asking, or they are for sale for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, well, you said they sell for that.
Well, houses that are $350,000 in other parts of the country are like $750,000 here.
Yeah.
So like we could move to Kansas or Nebraska and get a really nice house. As a matter of fact, I looked in Kansas and there was an old YMCA camp. I was like, well, this would be great. And it was 20 acres, and it had buildings and outbuildings. We could have classes, all kinds of stuff. But it's in Kansas, and the heat and humidity just absolutely make me horribly sick. So
every time we've lived in a place with a lot of heat and humidity, really even just a lot of humidity, she got really sick. And the problem is that pretty much eliminates everything east of the Rocky Mountains all the way to the ocean.
Yeah, and Amy, a hotspot is not working in the area that we are looking to buy houses. We have a hotspot. We have driven out there.
We keep testing other things and
trying.
I was thinking about buying some other equipment to see, but it's like $1,000 to buy the equipment, and if it doesn't work, we can't return it.
And the problem is we're looking in mountainous areas, and it's the trees that are blocking the internet signal is the problem that we're having. So
my daily side is it hard to drive an RV. It's like driving a large truck. So it's not real hard, but it does take some practice to get used to that. You have to have more space and you have to anticipate things in a different kind of way. So BJ's driven a moving truck occasionally, and so it's not that much different than that. Courtney wants to know, does this recipe work with gluten-free cup for cup flour? The pizza recipe.
No.
It does not. Okay.
Nope. I am completely done. I found perfect gluten-free sandwich bread. How did it turn out? This stuff is good?
Really good.
Say that a little bit louder.
This stuff is really good.
Delicious? Of course it is. It's Mom's recipe. She's a great cook, huh? No, it's only because it's so good, because we have tested thousands of recipes to get the best one, and that's what I did with the gluten-free book. But here's the thing. I have gluten-free done. We're waiting to get it typeset. We've had lots of fires going on and haven't been able to get it typeset. I need one recipe left, and that's the pizza crust recipe. So I got the sandwich bread and the gluten-free flour figured out last week. Woo! I am not exaggerating. I probably made 40 loaves of gluten-free bread to try and get a recipe that worked. Absolutely drove me bonkers trying to get it figured out, but I got it figured out and it's super delicious. So
my daily side, what year was the RV? I think it was like a 2005 or something.
Yeah.
And it was in really good shape for the most part, like that. I mean, it had some wear and tear, but man, he spent $8,000 on it.
Yeah.
So,
but it's worth about 20. Victoria, I'm glad you got your Bible and you can understand it. We are sending out an easy to read New Living Translation version. So if you have an old King James version and it's hard to understand, we are sending out.
If you don't have one at all,
yeah,
that would be. Let's see. I'm looking for more questions. Oh, we already answered about some people were asking about going to other places, but yeah, it's the climate that
it's mostly the climate. And some things like Idaho, I've looked into Idaho, I've looked into Wyoming, but here's the thing. The people from California are moving into Idaho, and the people from Colorado are moving to Wyoming, and the prices are about the same now. So we might as well just go ahead and stay here. And someplace like Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, we don't want to go there. The taxes are way too high, and we want to be totally debt-free, including our house. So taxes are important to us. If we have to pay $9,000 a year on taxes on a place versus $2,000 here on taxes, it ends up costing the same amount over like 20 or 30 years.
We did look at a place in Wisconsin, but the taxes were the deal breaker for us. Although I've heard from other friends of ours that the winters are more intense than we would have.
Yeah.
Latiana is wondering, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Have you had the gluten-free bread recipe tested at lower elevations?
Yeah.
Yes. Yay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see what else we have here.
Yeah, so for those of you who were watching my gluten-free bread saga, I'm in Colorado, high elevation. Most cooking, you really don't have to change anything until you get into the mountains. We're on the prairie before you get to the mountains. But we're up high enough that I was having failure after failure, and it was because of the altitude. So I have 3, in the new book, I have 3 gluten-free, dairy-free bread recipes. Regular, 1 with homemade flour mix, so 1 with bought-in flour mix, 1 with homemade flour mix, and then high altitude, because I wanted to make sure everybody was covered.
Baker Mom wants to know who dipped Jack in Miracle Grow. Holy
I
moly,
know.
lately we've been noticing how he has grown substantially
Yeah.
in just a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And it's probably a good thing school's not in session or we couldn't keep the girls away from it.
What is my favorite grocery tip? Kate wants to know. I would say stop buying junk you don't need and buy your stuff on sale. So stop buying things like juice boxes, Pop-Tarts, the little gummy snacks, little bags of chips, donuts, stuff like that. Stop buying that kind of stuff. Stop buying the pre-cut up vegetables and fruits and those meal packets and all those kinds of things. Excuse me. And then buy as much as you can on sale. Like all my meat I get on sale. I mean, even today, I found grass-fed beef for $7.50 a pound and $6 a pound.
That's not a normal bag either.
That's not a normal buy for me, but that same beef at the other stores was $20 a pound. So even now, this grass-fed beef is only about $1 or so a pound more than it normally would be. But because I was keeping my eyeballs open, I was able to find a really good deal on it.
Sandra's Homespun Life. I love a chicken and spinach Alfredo pizza. That pizza is a pizza close to my own heart. I just love those.
Maybe we could go to Wyoming and go camping with Going Batty.
That would be awesome. Actually, I've been thinking that as I've been watching their online.
We have no friends.
I've been watching their church services on Facebook.
It's
I'm
only
stalking you
5
guys.
hours.
Yes.
Maybe they would be our friends and go camping with us.
Well, they're not that far away.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You can't go camping if you're from out of state now. Maybe they could loan us their license plate and we could hot glue it onto our car.
Yeah.
I am only kidding. Why not Montana? It's too cold. Mike
Well,
doesn't want to live there.
Actually,
I did look in Missoula though, and it was the same price
I'm
as
not
here.
opposed to Montana. Actually, I like Montana.
Yeah.
The main thing that we had the issue with was there's not internet in very many places, and we looked in Missoula, but the taxes were really expensive compared to here.
Mm-hmm.
And the internet was kind of borderline for what we need.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we loved Montana and Idaho and other places.
A Bible, Rue, you can just go to livingonadime.com, click contact at the top, and we will send you a Bible on us for free. There's no cost. It's on us. So we are happy to send you a Bible because we want people, you need to be reading your Bibles right now. If you're afraid of anything that's going on right now, you need to be reading your Bibles. You need to stop watching the news and start reading your Bibles. And I would say that's all I'm going to say about that, but you know me and I probably won't.
Marilyn, I've missed you guys so much. Have been busy with Navy things, so glad I caught you live today. Oh, we're so glad you're here, and thanks a lot for the Navy stuff. Andrea, good Tuesday morning from Australia. Nice. Good morning. So this is a breakfast pizza if you're in Australia. Oops. I forgot. I lost my place here. Hold, please. Okay. Answered that one already.
Yes, that was grass-fed beef, Ellen. I normally don't buy that, but the doctor has me on a super strict diet that I'm trying for a couple of weeks. And so, yeah.
It's complicated.
I have been feeling really, really sick lately. Not sick, really, really tired lately. And so I was just going to see if this diet he wants me to go on will help.
Sunny skies. This basic pizza recipe is awesome, especially using bread flour and letting it chillax overnight, 12 hours or longer in the fridge, and then giving time to get from room temperature to grilling on the grill.
Oh, that'd be good.
Wow.
So bread flour, in case you guys are wondering, it just has more gluten, so your bread gets fluffier in it. It is more expensive, but that's fine. I mean, it's okay if you like it. So we had looked in Missoula, but Missoula is just about as bad as Colorado. We all the people in Colorado are trying to escape the loonies here. And
tell me what you really think.
Oh, you want me to tell you what I really think?
No, I really don't want
I can tell you what I really think. So they're selling and moving, and what's happening is it's raising the prices in all these other places. So, yeah.
Cherry, I watch the news for weather and cut it off right after that. Try not to listen to the nerve-wracking stuff every day. Yes, stay away from the news.
Yeah.
It's frightening many people more than is reasonable.
Yeah.
So.
Do I like the Instant Pot now? Was it Maryland? I don't know. No. You want me to tell you what I really think about the Instant Pot too? But yeah, I think the Instant Pot is the spawn of Satan. But I don't have a crock pot, and I was like, I don't really want to get another crock pot right now. And actually, I'm curious. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. So the only reason why I'm using it is this diet that I'm on. I have to eat food that is not slow cooked. I think I have a glutamate problem. It's a long, complicated thing, but I think I have a glutamate problem. And so I can't eat food that is like slow cooked. So I'm gonna test it for 2 weeks. See if I perk up. Mike will let you know if I perk up. I haven't been very perky lately.
Yeah, I've been kind of worried about her, so.
I've just been going and laying down and just falling asleep, and I'm one of those people who do not take a nap. And it's like, okay, this is weird.
I'm also.
So, and yes, my thyroid is fine. Yes, my B6, my D, all that is fine, but.
Janice, we got pork ribs for $1.49 a pound. Do you think that's good?
Yes.
Yay.
Well, it's not excellent, but it's good. Excellent is 99 cents a pound. Good is $1.49 a pound. I call expensive $1.99 a pound or more.
Cherry asks why not slow cooked. Oh, is that your special diet thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, because it creates glutamates in your food. And just look it up if you want, Cherry. But
basically, the doctor is testing to see.
He's putting me on a. Okay, without spending an hour talking about it, he's putting me on a low glutamate, low oxalate, low histamine elimination diet, so I can eat grass-fed beef and salt for the next 2 weeks. Really, a month if I can go that long.
That's it?
But 2 weeks, I should know if it's going to work or not. If I feel better in 2 weeks, then I'll keep going. If I don't feel better in 2 weeks, then I'm not going to keep going.
I like meat, but I don't think I could do that. Sorry, dear. But I will support you. Ruth, you may have mentioned this. How long will the cookbooks be on sale?
Okay, so we're doing our launch next week. So they will be for 30% off. I guess that might have helped. They are 30% off until next Thursday.
Wait, you said a 48-hour sale.
I know. Hold on.
Okay.
So, okay, that's a big, long, complicated thing. But anyway, they will be on sale until Thursday for 30% off.
Next Thursday.
A week from this Thursday, July, that would be like July 6th or something, or 8th or something.
Technically, we're not really starting the sale till Monday, but we're just
but people keep emailing me and emailing. I'm like, just put the book up and let's start selling it. So.
And I'm making some big website changes that required that we go ahead and make it go live now.
Yeah.
So it's live actually between now and a week from Thursday.
We were gonna have a big 48-hour 30% off sale next week. We had a website meltdown. Mike has had to go in and completely redo our website again from scratch.
Now I have to move over what I have, and I'm not sure quite how to do that.
It has been the biggest pain in my cute patootie, and I'm not even doing it.
But we like how it's looking, though.
It's looking really nice. But here's the thing. They're going to be on sale for 25% off after that until we get the books in stock. So it's 30% off until July 7th or something. I don't know. Whatever a week from Thursday is. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not with it lately. Like I said, I've been totally exhausted, so.
Thank you, Julia. Another good deal that I got in on a month or so ago. I realized I didn't even watch TV that much and canceled my Comcast cable.
Good
and was
for
able
you.
to get Comcast fast speed internet for only $20 a month. Don't miss the TV at all. Well, that's the thing. She says, I do have an indoor antenna and pick up about 15 channels. I would much rather watch Living on a Dime videos, though.
Aw, thanks.
Thank you.
We've got 1,500, so you got lots of watch time.
We canceled our cable about 15 years ago, and about when we moved back to Colorado 9 years ago, we put an antenna in the attic. We got one of those rooftop antennas, but put it in the attic. And we were able to get the local channels, but pretty quickly we realized we only occasionally watched a football game on there with like the grandparents or something. And then after a while we just stopped using the TV at all. So we still have the antenna, but everything we watch is on the internet now.
Haley says she has almost all our books. She's been watching us for years.
Oh, thanks, Haley.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here.
Ellen, no, our website is not made with Shopify. Our shopping cart is made with Shopify, but our website is using a Genesis theme. Going to be using a Genesis thing. We're using a Vata right now, and it's a huge disaster. So you guys don't see, you'll see some problems on the front, but
Wait.
So we have 90 days. If you watch for 12 hours a day, we have 90 days of videos time.
Wow. Will we be live July 4th? That's a Saturday in my daily site, so probably not.
Yeah.
But actually I just had to look on the calendar to see, though, because we knew it was coming. We weren't sure when.
And guys, we have a bunch of things on clearance. We have my apron on clearance. We've got Mom's Penny Pinch and Mama Book. We got the price books back in. A lot of people were asking me about the price books. We got the price books back in. Penny Pinch and Mama, 50% off. Our to-do lists, 50% off, and our financial planner. We have all of those in stock again. I keep forgetting to mention that, but we do.
Oh, I didn't put that link in for
Why
is this wet?
I don't know. Oh, because I had the lid sitting on it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Oh, thanks, Daily Sight. She said I look good anyway. I don't need to be on a diet.
Does anybody plan on
Yay.
eating
No.
some?
You may.
Well, I do, but
Oh. Oh, no.
Okay.
All right. I
Do you want
think
it,
that's...
Dave? Then-
yeah.
we do plan to be here Monday and Wednesday next week, though, again, still. But,
Yeah. And our planner is coming. We have... Jack, can you go see if the planner cover is sitting by the printer in there still? We have Dave made the new planner cover. It is at the printers. We're working on getting it adjusted correctly right now.
Dave's making all the copies.
Who asked about Shopify?
Ellen?
Yeah, Ellen, the store is on Shopify. The website is on WordPress. So, so they're separate, which
No,
is
the
actually kind of working
planner.
out really
The
well
green
because
planner.
when the site hasn't been behaving, the store's been doing great.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of able to leverage the pictures from the store on the website a little and make it work
Well,
out
hopefully we'll still have a country by the 4th of July.
But,
I never thought about that at the rate we're going.
oh, that's your mom.
My mom?
Baker Mom was asking, did you put boiling water down the kitchen and bathroom drains?
You didn't find it? Oh, shoot. Oh, well. Well, I was going to show you guys the new planner, but we can't find the demo that we printed. All right.
Okay, everyone.
Please like, subscribe, and share. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. We will be back on Wednesday. I have no idea what I'm making yet because you guys know me. But we will be here on Wednesday. Thank you, everyone, for your support. And by the way, with all the comments we've been receiving because of our videos and comments that I and Mom have made in our videos the last week, I just want to say for those of you who have been supporting us and actually listen to what we say and understand what we say, thank you for your support. It has been delete, 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 ban, 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 ban all this week, and from comments from nasty people. And so for those of you who are nice, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes, thanks.
So anyway, we will see you guys on Wednesday.
Bye.
livingonadime.com.
Thanks for being here. See you later.